Hello and welcome to the Culture Matters podcast and Culture Matters videocast. Today, or this episode, or rather, no guest, but just me staring in the camera and looking at my screen. So let's see how this goes. Here's my mind map that I'm using to share with you the things I have in mind to share. And if you're new to this podcast, or if you're not new to this podcast, just an extra reminder that you can get the video as well of this recording if you go to culturematters.com/YouTube, and you will find all the latest podcasts that I've recorded with guests, and of course, in addition, also this one. So what are you listening to? I haven't given it a number, the podcast, which I usually do. We ended this year podcast with, and I'm sharing or switching some screens here with the number 70, yes, which is a podcast with Palle Bo, which was preceded by Matilda Brun Larson. Check that out if you haven't heard them yet, because they're quite nice to listen to as well. So this does not have a number. This is just the Christmas and end of year podcast and videocast, whereby I would like to thank you as a listener, as a viewer as well, also as a reader of the books that I've published so far, and the reader of the website, of course, visitors of the website, and clients and customers, of course, as well, who make this all possible. A big thank you for your support in 2016, and hope to be able to count on you in the next year as well. I want to give a personal thank you to my very wonderful and terrific and innovative and proactive and always available virtual assistant, Sheila. Thank you, Sheila, for lending a hand every now and then, more now than then, because you always seem to be around. Thanks for what you've done so far. Want to take you by the hand and share with you a couple of things that I've done, or we have done this year, which, for instance, are a couple of articles that actually gained some interesting traction as well. One of them is called Travel and Culture: How the Travel Industry Can Benefit from More Cultural Awareness. And part of my work and background actually is in travel. So always have like a weak spot for travel industry. Fortunately, I do get to travel and quite a bit as well. And I think a lot of these travel companies can actually benefit more if they spend more time on developing their cultural competence as well. What else? A couple of interesting infographics were published this year as well. International business etiquette. What country fits your manners? Then I've also talked or written or spoke about culture and gender roles in society. And since the Brexit, which happened in 2016, a lot of people have been looking for the answer: is England a part of Europe, or is Britain a part of Europe? And actually, I wrote a post about that. If you want to check that out, then go to the Culture Matters site, culturematters.com site, and check out the articles, and you'll find it there. Or just use the search box as well. All right. One other article that I want to mention as well is, let me see if I can just pull that up really fast, is maybe that's... Can't seem to find it. I had prepped everything. No, can't find it right now. It doesn't really matter either. Here it is. Just got it. It says here, 9 signs you're not getting it. And it's the culture stupid. And it seems to be that titles actually, they seem to work. I mean, provocative titles do seem to work. It's not my my intention per se to provoke, but it's the intention to make you culturally aware and to provide you with good free content, of course, as well. We had a couple of podcasts, actually quite a number of podcasts, of which I've mentioned 2 already. We had our first guest from Nigeria, Odi, who shared with us the inside of his apartment when he was actually in Nigeria as well. And then we spoke to 2 world travelers. One of them was Palle Bo, which we ended the year with, and the other one was Henrik Jeppesen. People that actually travel the world and make it a goal to see all countries in the world. It's amazing as well. I spoke to Audrey Mesas, who shed a light on what it is, an expat needs to do or wants to do, or how people can get stuck being an expat in a new country. And then we had Jerry Weber as well, who is a lawyer and can help people moving countries as well when it comes to the legal aspects. She's shared some lights with that as well. Outsourcing to Pakistan and Sri Lanka with Bart van Loon, somebody who lives in the country that I live in currently, which is Belgium. How to work effectively with remote teams was also something that we talked about during a podcast. And one of the most popular podcasts was done by Jeroen Ketting, who explained us about Russia. And that actually got a lot of response and replies and comments as well, direct mails as well. The people really enjoyed this because being Russia in the news so often, it's interesting to get like an inside peek on how Russia operates. So mentioned some podcasts. I've mentioned some articles as well. And the podcast actually are a nice jump if you want to something that I've been picking up again towards the end of this year. And that's doing webinars. I've done a couple in the beginning of 2016, and then sort of time got in the way or work got in the way. But I've decided to make it a fixed part of what Culture Matters offers. And that are free webinars, typically about culture in general, but also I want to focus on the specific topics. One of the specific topics that I want to focus on in 2017 is how do you work well and correctly, competently with virtual teams or remote teams if you want. What else can I share with you? Of course, the video cast, which is new, which we started up in 2016, and of course, which we will continue in 2017. So if you want to have a peek view of, well, not so important, but what I look like, but more importantly, of course, what a guest looks like, then the video cast is there, and you can find that at culturematters.com/YouTube. There's a bit of background noise here, which is my phone, which is falling. The couple of last things I want to share with you before I finalize this one with a very special ending that's coming up. So stick around. It's really interesting as well. I want to share with you that the increase in terms of visitors coming to the Culture Matters website. So we've had an increase of close to 50%, 50%, which I think is quite amazing. So again, a big thank you for everyone that finds me and takes the time to go to this website, to my website, Culture Matters. So where does the top 10 actually come from? The number one is the United States with an approximate little under 40% of the website visitors. Then interestingly enough, there's the Netherlands, which is number 2. The United Kingdom is number 3. Canada is 4. Australia is 5. And then we go worldwide, really, although we've been going worldwide, of course. Malaysia is there, number 6. 7 is Singapore. And I'm just calling out the country names of the top 10, that is. India is number 8. Belgium is number 9. And number 10 is Germany. 11 is Russia. Okay, I was going to limit myself to only 10. And if I jump all the way down to say, let's find number 100 or country 100, because indeed this is worldwide, it's Iceland, followed by Malta, and then the Bahamas. Bahamas, we had some interesting visitors as well. We'll go back to Luxembourg. In any case, it's worldwide, so that's really fantastic. Also, the most popular articles, or the most visited articles, are let me give you the top 3 here, top 5. Okay, first article, which is the most read article on the site, is what is uncertainty avoidance. Second one is what is individualism. Third one is what is long-term orientation. 4th is masculinity and femininity, culture matters. That's that page. Number 5 is the landing page of Culture Matters. Well, there you have it, the top 5. So what else can I share with you? I think I've shared all that is to share. So it's up towards the ending of the year 2016. I hope you had a fantastic year. I hope 2017 will even be better. So a big thank you again. And I want to end and finalize the year with a special Christmas wish. And that Christmas wish was sent to me by a good friend of mine. His name is Paul Sojo, and he's from Venezuela, and he actually lives in Belgium as well. I met him in the street of the city that I live, and he's a countertenor. He's a very high voice. And he left Venezuela to study music in Belgium. And I was very surprised. I received this very personalized Christmas wish, I guess, or season wish, if you want. And he allowed me to share this with you on the site, but also on the video cast as well. Again, thank you. This is the last podcast and last video cast of 2016. Take care. I hope to see you soon next year. Take care. Bye-bye.
På jordens mörka rund, och tusen strålar på himlens blå gron, och över stad och land ikväll går jordens glada bud, att Fader Herren Jesus Krist, vår frälsare och god, du kärna över Betlehem, och låt ditt milda dus få lysa in med hopp och frid i varje hem och hus, i varje hjärta armt och mörkt. Sänd du en stråle blid, en stråle av Guds kärleksljus i signa